Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? God bless y'all. God bless y'all. Welcome again to another episode of Ron's Opinion Don't Matter. Um, if you look at the title, stop with the stupid stuff. But before we get into that, God bless y'all. God bless y'all. God bless y'all. God bless y'all. All those that are part of this live that comes in eventually. God bless you. Hopefully, y'all having a blessed, wonderful, beautiful day on this lovely, lovely Sunday morning. And why do I say stop with the stupid stuff? Well, there's a lot of reasons why, but these people they never learn. They just never learn. It's sad to say it, but they just never learn. And no matter how many times you try to explain to these people that they got a cause that they call themselves fighting, but in reality, all they're doing is creating. They're going against their own faith. They always out there talking about, oh, Tesla is the greatest thing in the world. If you look back 3 or 4 years ago, the Biden administration was there. They was all riffing and raving about electric vehicles. Like, oh, you should get your electric car. You should get your electric car. You should get your electric car. I mean, this was a big deal with them. It really was. And all of a sudden, Elon Musk decides he's going to support Trump. He's going, campaign, vote for Trump. And then Trump wins and he wants to go and do the best he can do to help the country rebound from the mess that the Biden administration left. So what does he do? He does what everybody should have always, what most people have already wanted, but we just never got. And that was clean up government. He volunteered to do it. Now I know there's a lot of people that's mad about it. Mike in the building, what's up? What's up? What's up? God bless you, brother. God bless you. Welcome in, welcome in. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Anyway, and now they're mad about it. They're literally out there right now trying to burn down Tesla stations, burn down Tesla cars, and like y'all not making sense with what y'all doing. You're not. It doesn't even make sense what y'all doing. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to mess with something right now, but it doesn't make sense what y'all doing. I'm good. I'm good. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it very, very much. Real talk. But, give me a second. I'm trying to fit something else in here, and it's not working out too much. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, I don't know why it's not working, but it is what it is. But yeah, it's it's a, they're tearing up stuff. They're tearing up stuff, and they're going against the very thing. What's up, Dom? What's going on? How you doing? God bless you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very much. Yeah, they're tearing up these Teslas like y'all going against what y'all, the very thing y'all said y'all was all for. Now all of a sudden y'all got a problem with. It doesn't even make sense to me. Now all of a sudden y'all got a problem with it. Y'all was Tesla this, Tesla that. Give me a second. I'm trying to do something while I'm talking at the same time, but they were just so hell bent on the Teslas, and now all of a sudden y'all got beef with Tesla. Y'all was the ones that was pushing the electric car agenda, and now all of a sudden y'all don't. Y'all want to tear the very cars up. It doesn't make sense to me, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't know why this thing is hacking up, but I'm not even gonna worry about it at this point. It is what it is. But again, they tearing up the Teslas. Yeah, they would. You're right, Chris. For real, they was literally trying to mandate everybody driving these electric cars, and now all of a sudden, y'all got beef with Tesla. This is why you know these people are off. They off. What's going on? What's going on, Chris? For real, God bless you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I appreciate it very, very, very much. Yeah, these people are off their mind. They lost their mind. They really have lost their mind. I don't get what the heck is going on. Why all of a sudden y'all want to tear up Teslas? Like y'all throwing paint on them, setting up things. And my thing is this, is that I heard one person put on there, oh, we got police officers. They got 9 police officers protecting a Tesla, but they don't have none of the police officers protecting the schools, right? And I get the point that they were trying to make, but my thing is this, is that, again, when we were trying to say that we should have people at the schools that should have firearms, teachers should have firearms, y'all were the ones that kept saying no. Now that they're police officers trying to protect the dealerships and businesses, now all of a sudden, y'all saying they should be at the school. This is where they don't even forget what they said yesterday. Whatever they say yesterday, all of a sudden they forgot about this. When we was all saying, we should have more police officers at the school, we should have, the teachers should be allowed to be able to carry some type of firearm or whatever to stop these people that come to do stupid stuff at the school. What happened? And then all of a sudden, now that police officers trying to protect these businesses and protect these cars or whatever case may be, now y'all mad because y'all saying, oh, they should be at the school. Y'all don't even know half the time what y'all saying out your mouth. But y'all so mentally off that whatever y'all said yesterday, y'all forgot. It don't even make sense to me. This is how they jump on the movement, don't have no clue what the movement is, and they just because everybody else is riled up, they jump right in. Don't even know what they're actually protesting for. Like, I laugh at it because, I do a lot of videos talking about, the right to keep and bear arms. Right? Now, these are the very same people that think nobody should have a gun. But then when you look at what they're doing, now you understand why sometimes you have to have a gun. And some of these people think, oh, you're protecting. No. It's not about you protecting the cars. It's about you protecting people's property who work hard to get it. Because none of what they're doing is going to have that much an effect on Elon Musk, because he's already made that money. He's already got all them billions of dollars. Elon Musk at this point the only way to him to go broke is him to just give away everything he has. That's it. You're not making a dent that y'all think y'all going to make. You might hurt some of his money, maybe slow down the sales of Teslas. But what's going to end up happening, there's going to be a counter to that. Other people that believe in supporting America and American businesses are going to turn around and say, you know what, I ain't want no Tesla before, but you know what? Because they got a problem with them, I'm going to go buy one anyway. And that's what's going to end up happening. So they never going to win that cause, because other people are going to be like, well, you know what, I ain't really want one. But just to piss these people off, I'll go buy one. And they're going to do it. These people have lost their mind. They really have lost their mind. And for these politicians, and I'm going to say it till the cows come home. They probably never will, but because I don't have a cow. But y'all so hell-bent on protecting these illegal immigrants and protecting these people that are protesting for other countries and don't fight for the country that y'all live in. I think these politicians should be shipped up and sent to the country that y'all want to represent so highly. Since y'all think so much of all these other countries and these illegal immigrants, then y'all should be sent to the countries from where they came from and go make their country great. Because I keep hearing these politicians, AOC, Jasmine Crockett, Brandon Johnson, and all these other politicians in these sanctuary cities trying to protect illegal immigrants when these illegal immigrants aren't the ones that voted for y'all. And I'm going to keep saying it because you got to, just like they keep spinning the rhetoric, I'm going to keep speaking truth. These illegal immigrants are not the ones voting for y'all. But yet y'all still want to keep protecting them. And these citizens in these sanctuary cities, they keep voting for these type of people. You have to be off your mind. You got to be out of your mind, because there's no reason why you should vote for somebody who continuously protects somebody who did not vote for you, that you didn't vote for. They're protecting people that ain't providing no tax dollars. They're protecting people that has done nothing for this country. They're protecting people that came over here, and the vast majority of them are just sucking up the resources and committing crime. I'm not trying to be polite about it, but yet y'all want to protect them. They didn't vote for y'all. They're not citizens of America, and these type of politicians are protecting them. They gave their voters the middle finger. They said, no, we're not here for the voters. We're here. I ain't worried about the voters. They'll say it out there, oh, we want to protect illegal immigrants. Coming across the border illegally is not a crime. You're not even listening to what's coming out of your mouth. Coming across the border illegally is not a crime. So why did you use the word illegally? Because it is a crime. It is a crime to come across the border. What are you talking about? But you can't tell them that. And they're out here campaigning. And they're out here spewing rhetoric to try to protect the illegal immigrants. Make that make sense. Tell me. Make it make sense. I don't care what way you spend it. It is not right for politicians to put more emphasis on illegal immigrants, by far more than the people, the citizens of their county and their towns and their cities and their states. And you still vote for these type of people, you have lost your mind. You have lost your mind. Because that's what they're doing. They're putting more emphasis on people that could not and cannot and can't and are not legal citizens of America, but yet they keep. Every time you watch them on video, they're out there trying to protect them. But what they're saying out their mouth is we're trying to protect black and brown people. Black and brown people in America that was born and raised in America don't need you to protect them from illegal immigration. They're citizens. You're not even, that's where the bullcrap comes in. So when you say, oh, we're protecting black, I'm black. I'm not worried about being deported. I was born on this country. This is my country. So if you're born and raised in America, this is your country. Why would you be worried about illegal immigration when you did not immigrate over here in no way, no how? And if you did it the right way, you're not worrying about it either. The only ones that's worrying about it is the ones that broke the law to get here. And that's what you're going to want to protect. That's why I keep saying it over and over. Democrats love criminals. That's why everywhere they run is crime infested. And they embrace it. They make excuses for it. But let you be a citizen in that town that worked and that maybe may have made some stupid mistake. They will drag you through the mud. They'll drag you. But if you're a career criminal, they'll let you out every time they turn around. No, we let them back out. We let them do whatever. Why? Because they want the crime. They want you to go back out there because they know you're going to come back. They want you to go back out there again. They know you're going to come back. Because if without that level of crime, they wouldn't have a job. They wouldn't be able to milk the system like they milking it. So they need them. They pawns for them. And that's why I say they need to stop with the stupid stuff. They need to stop with the stupid stuff. You say you got a problem with Tesla. I mean, y'all never had a problem with Tesla. The government was embracing Tesla. Elon Musk got a contract with them to get these astronauts back home who's been up there for months that they shouldn't even have been there. The Biden administration ignored the hell out of them. But now y'all got beef with Elon. This man just saved lives. Just saved 2 lives from in space. But y'all got beef with him. Never mind. This is what I mean by these people. You can't satisfy them. I don't care how much good you do. They going to ride on something that they want in their head, that somebody put in their head, and they just going to go with that. They got nothing but hate in their heart. That's the reason why they're the way they are. You can't satisfy them, and it is a clear indication with the Democratic Party. That's why when Trump was having that speech not a while ago, and that cancer boy, and all of these good stories that Trump was talking about, they could not clap for him. They could not stand for him. Because they got hate in their heart. They hate people, they hate humanity, and they got nothing but hate in their heart. Because that's why they couldn't stand. That's why I say they work for Satan. And I call them Democrats. Because this is what they do. This is the stuff that they do. And yet then when it's going bad for them, they go right back in public and they start recruiting more people. They go to black and brown people, they fearmonger them and try to recruit them to come for their cause again. And guess what's going to happen after it's all said and done? They're going to turn around, give the black community and the people that voted for them the middle finger again. What's up, Jason? How you doing? God bless you. Welcome in. Welcome in. They're going to turn around and give the black community the middle finger again and go help somebody that got nothing that did not vote for them. And how many times as a black and Hispanic community going to keep supporting that? Now, don't get me wrong. I think the Hispanic community in America, they start catching on real quick because a lot of them voted for Trump. They bailed out and voted for Trump by far more. And I mean, we had a lot more black men that voted for Trump. But unfortunately, a lot of black women voted for stupidity. They voted against Trump because they believed the Democratic Party was offering them something that they're not offering them. It is the Democratic Party is the reason why the black community suffers so bad. And and to the point where they are so loyal to them. How you loyal to something that ain't providing you with anything? They don't even believe you can do it on your own. They want them that they don't even believe that the black community can do it on their own. They're talking to the black community like you need government and you don't. They will continuously push the same narrative. Oh, we're gonna offer you housing. Like if you leave me alone, I probably could be. If you stop taxing the hell out of me, I probably could save enough money and buy my house myself. If you stop regulating the hell out of everything, we probably could save some money and buy the house ourselves. But unfortunately, I'm taxed 9,000 times before as soon as I get my paycheck, and I can't afford it. Gas is high, food is high, everything is so expensive. I thought I was almost there, and y'all just wiped out everything. And that's the reason why I personally have voted for Trump, because I understand that when you give people freedom in their finances, they can do it on their own. They don't need government. They don't. But if you're going to bankrupt them, then they're going to need help from somewhere, but you're the one causing the reason why they need help. Because you driving up the cost of living so hard. If you got a half a brain, you can do it on your own. You don't need government. And no way, no how, you don't need it. If you're on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very much. You don't need government. Government, when the more regulations that they put through government, the more problems, the more harder it becomes for you to accomplish the thing that you're trying to accomplish. Because they're making it complicated when it don't have to be that hard. It don't have to be that complicated. Top to bottom, hair and nail skincare. How are you? How you doing? God bless you. Welcome in. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. How's it going? Yeah, if you guys ain't on this live, please check out top to bottom, hair and skincare. Check out our page. Check out our product. Check out our website. We would appreciate it, and I would too, very, very, very much. But again, God bless y'all. You know, this is where we run into the problem at. Am I a fan of wrestling? Not really. Not really. I didn't grow up. I didn't really watch a whole lot. I mean, I watched a few wrestling matches when I'm at my family member. Now, I'm not really that big of a fan of wrestling at all. But yeah, this is where we run into the problem at. So for these people to go tear up all these Teslas, burn up these Tesla stations, do all of this and do all of that and do all of this, they got a whole lot of hate for Trump. They can't stand for somebody like a cancer victim who Trump, did what he was doing to try to make, this kid been through hell and back. And these are the type of people that cannot support. They hate Trump so much. They got so much hate in their heart that this is where they are. Their heart is hardened. This is a problem. And these are the people that are always trying to act like they're so humane about something. But these are the very same people that want to kill the babies in the womb. I'm watching this video earlier today, and I think it had to have been a massive amount of people out there talking about, once again, fighting for the right to kill babies in the womb, right? And I didn't even watch the whole video. I just skipped past. I said, unbelievable. Now, here's what the common denominator with all of it is. It looked like it was about 1,000 people out there. And unfortunately, and I'm not trying to be, racist or anything like that, it was a bunch of white women, big fat white women, who in my opinion, nobody would want anyway. And I'm not trying to be critical, but my thing is this is the reason why I have a problem with that, because this is how you know how racist this is towards black people and Hispanic people, because they're not the ones that's having the vast amount of abortions. But they're all the ones out there keep campaigning for it. That's why I say these liberals are the KKK. Because they're the ones keep out here campaigning for abortion and the right to offer baby. But the ones that are actual customers are the black and Hispanic ones. People, women. They're the ones that are actually going and doing it. Now, if you not see what that really is, something is off. You don't see a whole bunch of black women out there campaigning, or Hispanic women out there campaigning for abortion. They're the ones actually going to have the abortion. The ones that's out there campaigning for abortion, I guarantee you they're not even having them. Because the white population is increasing. It's the other populations that's doing the vast majority. Now, black people are the vast majority of the abortion. 40%. So the last time I looked, it was like 600,000 abortions in America. 40% of that came through the black community. Was done by black women. So I want you to think about that. But it's the white ones, the white KKK, that's what I keep calling them, is the ones that keep promoting it. And they're trying to act like it's some health issue. But yet we the ones falling in the trap. And the way they keep it going is to keep you bankrupt. To make sure that you can't financially raise these children. To make sure that relationships are dismantled so there's not two people trying to provide for these children. To make sure that crime rate is so bad in your neighborhood you don't even want to have kids. Everything that they're doing is almost working to a T from the Democratic Party who keep promoting this stuff. And yet we will still keep voting for them. Nah, I'm not, but you know what I mean. By and large, the black community vote Democrat. And for the last 50 plus years, I'm going to keep saying it, what has it done? They don't even have a rock to stand on, but yet they still win elections. They don't even really campaign for your vote. They already know. City of Philadelphia, if you run as a Democrat, you're going to win. As long as you're not running up against another Democrat. If you run as a Republican in City of Philadelphia, you have to be a fool at this point because you're not going to win because all of them just automatically, without conscience, just go vote Democrat. It don't even make sense to me. And it's probably the same thing in New York. They don't really listen and pay attention to what these politicians are doing. They just, by and large, program, go vote Democrat. Same thing in Chicago. I guarantee you they don't really listen to what these people are saying. They just go vote. Oh, we Democrat, we going to vote Democrat. You're not even looking for nothing in return. But that's what we do. Meanwhile, you ducking, dodging criminals, trying to hide, trying to put up. You got 15 locks on your door, 15 locks on your car. You can't sleep at night. You're trying to worry about somebody robbing you. You got to look around before you get out of your car. You got all this stuff going around, and you still keep voting for Democrat. Make it make sense. They keep voting for them. And then these are very same people who I call KKK. Say what you want to say. I'm not talking about all white people. I'm talking about these liberals. Will try to tell you that you don't need a firearm. They want you to be subject to all this crime and then still tell you don't need a firearm. But I can guarantee you that when I say this stuff amongst the black community, I always get met with ridicule. I get met with it. I get met with it all the time. I don't care. It don't bother me. Because I'm standing on what I stand on. But I get met with ridicule. And that's real talk. And they say, oh, you don't need this, you don't need that. But here's the thing. Here's my point today. And I said it to a family member. I said, if I was down the street from your house, right? Knowing what type of person I am, I'm not the type of person to hit nobody, but knowing that I have firearms, and something was to happen in your house, and in that moment, you knew I was home. You had a choice. Call me or call the police. I guarantee you're going to call me first. What's up, Jason? How you doing? Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you very, very much. And I said, if I'm down the street from you, and you know I'm there, and you know I have firearms and you don't, and somebody's coming in your house to do something dangerous to you, and you got a quick phone call to make, You're going to call me before you call the police. I guarantee you that. Because you know I'm about probably be able to get there faster than the police. Because I'm down the street and I have something to protect myself, protect that could possibly protect you and put a stop to it real quick. Now your second phone call, if you have time, might be 911. But your first is going to be me. And I guarantee you that. Without question. Why? Because internally you're going to know, hey, I know he got firearms. If they got firearms, if he can get up here fast enough, he can probably stop me before the police get there. And this is what I mean by when you don't have the right to protect yourself, when you only have seconds to save your life, the police is minutes away. Sometimes 6, 7, 8, 10 minutes, depending on where you live. Your job is you. And these very same people want to try to restrict them, make it complicated for you to obtain a firearm and quick as possible, fast as possible, so you'll have something to protect yourself. They'll always try to spin it the other way. Why? Because they do not value your life. And it's on the Democratic Party, by and large, that that's the problem. They don't value their citizens' lives. They don't value the vote of their citizens. Because if they valued the vote of their citizens, they would not be fighting for illegal immigrants. If they valued the vote of their citizens, they would encourage their people to keep and bear arms at all times. Yes, you're right, top to bottom. It is a vicious cycle. And we can't be quiet. The problem is, and where it got wrong is that most people that have a conservative mentality, we have a tendency to be quiet. We're not outspoken about a lot of stuff. We try to let people live their life and just, you do you, I do me. We good. But what happens with that sometimes is that we don't realize that spirit, that evil spirit is growing and growing and getting larger and larger, and to the point all of a sudden, bam, it's in our face. And then next thing you know, it's in our face. And now what happens? Now we're faced with the problem, and it's already now where it was small, now it's done big. And then got into a big problem. And now we got to fight harder to take it down. And this to me is the reason why I'm going to harp on this. I'm going to stay on this, is that number one, we don't need government to the level that we've been having government. This is why I tell people that I know a lot of people don't like this and like that. Most people are not going to go find out how these decisions are going to affect you or not. They'll just listen to what these news, like CNN and ABC, and all of these news network that do not like Trump. So it doesn't matter what Trump does right. They're going to try to find a way to make it look like something else. Yes, they are. That's exactly what they're doing. That's why you know that they are emotionally unstable. And these are the clear indicators that they are. And here's the thing. And I want to try to get this right. When, when a man is overtaken in sin, and when I'm using the word sin, but I'm just saying in any type of situation, usually you don't see it in the beginning. This is why the Bible says that Satan is more subtle than any beast of the field. Because what happens is you don't usually detect it when it first starts. Like, you don't see it. Because it's hidden, it's sly, it's underneath. But it's very crafty. But after a while, when the person embraces the sin so much that it overtakes them, now you don't have to question what it is that person indulged in the most. Because now it has physically overtaken them to the point where you can see what they are. A crackhead in the beginning, you don't know is a crackhead. Here's my point. If someone starts taking drugs, you might not recognize that drug or what they're doing in the beginning. But after a while, when they start taking crack every day, all day long, and it's consumed their life, now that crack sin has overtaken to them where they walk past you, you look at them, you already can identify the sin. Oh, that's a crackhead. It's the same thing if a woman is participating in extreme amount of sexual activity, where she becomes maybe a hooker. Now, in the beginning, you might not recognize it. You might say, I don't know. But after a while, you see it. You be like, oh, she's a hooker. You see what they are. Yes, and I get it. I get that part. I get that part talked about here, but that's small. That is a very small percentage of the abortions that take place. Extremely small. The vast majority of abortions that are taking place is because they either had sex with somebody they don't want to have sex with. I mean, they don't want to actually be with. Reckless sex, or they know they can't afford it. Now, I think the affordability is a big factor, and it's all these other means. But when they go to the doctors, they tell them they was raped because they know that they can if they say they was raped, then they can get paid for it. And they don't have to pay it out their pocket. Yeah, they would go in there and say it all the time and like claiming rape. But listen, I'm from the hood. I know exactly what they do. I see it all the time. Oh, you better tell them you was raped, because you don't tell them you was raped, you're going to have to pay for it. Right, and that's what they'll do. They'll go get a police report. They don't care. They don't have no conscience. They don't. They don't have no conscience. Even if they wasn't raped, they don't care. They're going to go, they're going to act like they don't have no conscience. Yeah, but nobody's going to look into it. They're not going to look into the fact that it's a false thing. They're not. Once it's dead and done, that move, they go on. They got bigger crimes that they really won't worry about. They're not going to look into none of that. They already know that they know the game, and they're like, man, we ain't got time for that. We got real crime to go after. They ain't got time to be investigating somebody lying about abortion, whether they was raped or not. They don't care. They're not going to go into it. Right. But my thing is this. If you don't want kids, then control your behavior. That's it. If you don't want kids, you don't need abortion, just stop doing it. Yeah. I mean, honest with you, I think if you have to have an abortion, you should have to pay for it. Simple as that. There should be no funding for abortion whatsoever. Whatsoever. Now, if you want to live a reckless life, then go deal with it. I don't even think we should be funding it that way. I think there should be zero funding for abortion. Now, if you feel as though this is where I think we should go with this. If you, as a woman, think that there's a possibility you might get raped, then what you should do is they should have what they call rape insurance. Just in case I get raped, I got insurance that I can pay into that will pay for the abortion just in case it happens. Because we've got insurance on everything else. And I guarantee you that if you take that away, a lot of these legs will start closing. And I know it's a harsh word to say rape, but a lot of these people are using it as a money. And it's more of a money laundering scheme than it is about victims. It's very little women that actually get pregnant through rape because it's not that big of a deal. But what the Democratic Party will do is they will blow it up into something greater than what it really is. I agree with you. I think insurance in general is a big ripoff. But my thing is that I think insurance is a big ripoff. I think honestly speaking is that, if you didn't have to pay all these insurances and stuff like that, and you just put away that money on your own, invest that money on your own, you can probably, if you save enough money, you can protect yourself. Yeah, I'm not a real big person on insurance because I see what the amount of money the insurance companies are making. And what's happening with the insurance companies is that they lose their risk. The risk for insurance companies are getting minimized. It's almost like they don't have no risk no more. Even though you got insurance, it's like you still got a ton of money you're paying out of your pocket. So what do you need insurance for? If I'm paying all this money, I might as well just put the money away. And some people say, oh, it's too expensive, you can't do that. The Amish do it. What does the Amish do? They don't have insurance. When they go to the hospital, they pay the bill. They have a fund amongst them that they pay into, that they do. And if they have to go to doctors and hospitals and stuff, they go pay the bill. The Amish don't use insurances like we do. That's how I know it's if a family, let's say you have a family of 15 people in your family, right? And you take the amount of money that everybody in your family pays insurance. And y'all just said we're gonna have a pot where we invest that money into something that's very stable that pays out some type of interest or something on that money, and we keep funding that program. When someone really has to go to the hospital for emergency services, you'll be able to pay for it yourself. You won't need the insurance. You won't need insurance companies. But as long as you keep people divided and can't live with each other, or can't be around each other, or can't deal with each other, then therefore everything becomes an independent fight. And it's easy for them to pull that off. That's why. That's why it's better to keep people divided. Because if their families work together and come together and do it together, they really wouldn't. The insurance companies would be out of business because they wouldn't be able to make no money. Because nobody would need insurance. We would have enough money in our fund to take care of what we need to take care of. The Amish do it. And they do it amongst their group of people. They ain't just their family members. They do it amongst the group. They have a group that they do. So they govern them on their own selves. And I guarantee you that they don't run to the hospital and doctors for every little thing. They got American citizens. They got people nowadays. We paranoid. They got you running to the hospital. You sneeze one time, they run to the doctor for every little thing. They got them paranoid. And most of it is just mental. God bless you. It's all good. It's all good. Thank you for hanging in there. If you get back, that's great. If not, much love. Thank you for being in there. Thank you for spending time with me. God bless y'all. And that's real talk. That's real talk. This is, again, these are my opinions. You can either agree with them or you don't. But this is my opinion. I don't like the fact that government participates too much in people's individual lives. I don't like it. I don't feel like we need government on that scale. I think government needs to be minimized and getting out of the way, because the thing that the government's supposed to do, half the time they're not doing. 4 years when the Biden administration was in office, their job was to protect the country, and they felt miserably. They were more concerned about bringing illegal immigrants over here than it was about keeping that border closed and making sure that we're secure as as American citizens. They threw us in harm's way. They failed to do their job as to protect American citizens. They failed horribly. They lied and said they needed Congress in order to fix the border. Meanwhile, it's fixed. Day one, he said what he was going to do. They went right to work. Border crossings dropped almost 95%. All the getaways and all that stuff is down to a bare minimum. Best we've ever seen. But you don't see the Democratic Party praising that. They're not cheering for that. They're not saluting for that. They're not saying, yes, thank you for securing the border and making sure American citizens safe. Because the Democratic Party don't care about American citizens. What they care about is themselves and enriching themselves and not giving and all these illegal immigrants and stuff so they can keep making money off these illegals. Now, here's how hypocritical they are. They will sit there and say they have this is how you know the Democratic Party, what they really want is slavery. This is what they're pushing for. The Democratic Party is really pushing for slavery. Now, I'm not saying slavery like hit with a whip, but they want extremely cheap labor. That's why they're trying to bring them over here. One of the reasons, not all of them, but one of the reasons why, because they want to be able to bring them over here and get cheap labor out of them. That's what they're trying to do. And that's why they have a problem with tariffs, because a lot of them got cronies over there that getting cheap labor done in other countries. That's why when you look back in history, the Democratic Party fought tooth and nail and tried to keep slavery in the end. It was the Republican Party that stopped it, not the Democrats. They wanted to keep slavery. And everything that y'all see them doing right now is to keep slavery. But they know they can't pull it off on American citizens because we desire a decent, different pay, a decent pay for the service that we provide. So what they want to do, they want to introduce slavery by bringing some other ones over there and get them to work hard as hell for next to nothing money. Trump all day long. What's up, Duck Official? How you doing? God bless you. Welcome in. If you're on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Appreciate it very, 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 very much. It's Trump all day long. There is no comparison. Of course I am. What's up, Lee? Yeah. Of course I am. Hey, they get in their feelings. They get in their feelings. Listen, your feelings is your feelings. I appreciate you, Duck Official. Your feelings are your feelings. My thing is this, is that, yeah, some people are going to get offended. They're going to get mad. It's okay. My thing is this, eventually you're going to get something out of this. And you're going to learn something from it. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm having a good time, too. What's up, Ken? Oh, my man. All right. How you doing, bro? How you doing? God bless you, bro. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Well, it's still too early to tell, but, I mean, gas came down a little bit, but I still think it's too early to actually say that. Far as the economy go, I mean, it's still too early to say. It's gotten a little bit better, but I think we're going to have a hard time for a little bit of time, but I'll wait for everything to come into play. I give it about a good 9 months, then you really start to see it. Maybe a year at the most. Appreciate you, bro. If you're on this live, please hit the like button. Also, check out my man, Moran. He's in the comments right now. You know what I mean? Check him out. Usually on his lives every day. Sometimes I'll click in, but I don't really always say nothing because I might be doing something myself personally. But God bless you, bro. Good to see you doing all right. Yeah, it's going to, here's the thing. No system is perfect. But, and there's always going to be some type of trade-off. But I'm going to put it to you like this. For me, it already went well. I ain't going to lie. I can't even argue the fact that for me, it already went well. You know what I mean? It already did. I ain't going to lie to you. But see, the thing about it is I was paying attention prior to this. And my thing is this, is that, and I kept trying to tell people, you need to listen. Here's my point, and I'm not trying to tell people what to do, and I go back to this to refer to why I say what I say. When I heard that, you know what, they're going to put tariffs on these companies and on aluminum and steel, what I started doing is I started buying stock in the companies in America that actually make aluminum and steel. Why? Because that's going to shift that money. So, and in some of the ones that I did purchase already, I'm already in the green with it. Literally just went to the green. And I wish I had a lot more money, but, but these are companies that I know pay out some type of dividend. So that's why all I want to do is get as cheap as possible. Because I'm going to hold it. I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to just hold it. But it for the most part, it already went great for me. Now, for those people that had crypto that was buying it prior to that, and not too long ago, if you was in crypto, when the election was over with, you had a big boom right there. Now, if you held it, it is what it is, but you had a big boom. But this is what I mean by stop listening so much to the rhetoric that they spew. Pay close attention, listen to what's going on, and look for opportunity to make money. Because at the end of the day, that's what we live in a society that, you got to make money. It's not, here's the thing about it is that it will affect some prices. Because first of all, we don't get everything from every country. We get stuff from a lot of different countries. But it's going to affect it to some extent, but not in the point that they're trying to paint like it's going to be detrimental. Now, here's what people are not talking about. Now, I don't know if anybody paid this any attention, but when Trump was talking about the Trump Gold Card, there's a gold card that they're creating. They're not finished with it, but they created there's a gold card that they created for other people from other countries to come over here and get citizenship, but they got to pay $5 million, American dollars, in order to them to get these gold cards. Now, the intent of the gold card is to use that money to help pay down the United States deficit. Now, according to the Trump administration, the person that's heading this, they've already had 1,000 people from other countries paying $5 million for that gold card. Now, I'm not saying it's 100% true, but that's what he said. That's what's in the report. So that equates to $5 billion. Already $5 billion that they're using from other countries to pay down the United States deficit. Now, here's the thing. I don't know where they came up with that. In my mind, when I first heard it, I was like, I don't know who went around here with $5 million. But then there was other things in there that incentivized them to want to do it. And I said, oh, okay, now that makes sense. I'm not saying that I don't know if I would do it. But that just tells you how great these people think America is, that they're willing to pay $5 million to be able to come to America and do business in America. Man, Eric, understand something. I'm in my 50s, right? This penny conversation, I don't know how old you are, but we've been talking about this. I remember watching a report almost 25, 30 years ago where they were talking about we need to get rid of the penny because it costs more money to actually make the penny than the penny. They was even talking about the nickel too, but the penny was the bigger one. So it's like, why are we still talking about this? Just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. Now, I don't know if this is true, but some people say, well, the penny represents Abraham Lincoln when he freed the slave. That's why it's brown. That's why they turned his head the other way, because they consider him to be a traitor. So if you look at all the other coins, they all facing one way, and the penny is facing the other way, and they colored it brown to represent that he freed the slave and he was a traitor. I don't know how true that is, but that's just... Now, somebody gonna probably go look at their change and say, oh snap, his head is going the other way. But, I don't know. But outside of that, yeah, I don't know. I think they should just get, that's, to me, it's like, it's a penny. You know how many people drop pennies on the ground? Some people do. I don't pick them up. I ain't gonna lie, I don't pick them up. If I drop a penny on the ground, I'm leaving it there. It might be somebody else that need that penny and find that penny and use it. I'm sorry, I'm not picking it up. And I know people that do it. They pick them up. I know a guy rest his soul now, but he passed away. But he used to pick up pennies all the time. And one day we were sitting there talking about. He said, "Yeah, he said I pick up pennies all the time." I was like, "Wow, yeah, you do." So he was like, "Yeah," he said, "I just took my pennies to the bank and got $5." And I'm like, I was like, $5. And in my mind, I wasn't trying to be funny, but I was like, 500. I said, "You got $5?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "So that means you bent over 500 times to get $5?" And I wasn't trying to be funny, but that was just a thought that I had. But I said it out loud. I was like, "So you bent over 500 times to get $5?" And that's what I thought. I'm like, man, 500. That means you had to bend over. Unless it was right. And I was like, I'm not doing that. It might have been a moment where he picked up 10 pennies at one time and it was like, oh, it's a couple of pennies here. But that's just what ran through my mind at the time. I was like, you bent over $500, 500 times for $5? I ain't doing that. Yeah, it was like, so it was just funny to me. It was like, so, it was me, him, and a couple other guys, and we all started laughing about it afterwards. Like, you bent over 500. I guess he thought about it too. Like, well, I never really thought about it like that. His money on the ground, pick it up. But I got a cousin that does it all the time. He will pick up change. He'll take walks just for that reason. And he'd come back and, he would say, man, I take my little walks. He said, and then he said, sometimes I come back with 50, 60 cents. Why? He said, because people drop pennies, change and stuff, and I find it. He said, and I said, so when I see you walking down the street, and you looking down at the ground, you're not depressed. He was like, no. I said, oh, I know. I just like, man, he must be going through something. He always looking down. I said, now it makes sense to me. Why you always looking down? Because you be finding money all the time. I said, okay, so you're not. He's like, no, man. I said, just because it changed, I look down. I said, oh, okay. There's probably a lot of people that do it, and I just be looking at them like, man, they look sad, but they might actually be doing it because they see change on the ground. They looking for change like he did. So, it is what it is. But, it's all fun. It's all fun. But yeah, I don't really care. I think they should have got rid of the penny a long time ago. I mean, but most people, if you have a jar in there, they'll drop the penny there. Is you blue or is you broke? What you mean by that? What you mean by is you blue or is you broke? No. Oh, okay, all right, all right. I didn't catch that one. I guess I'm a little slower too. I guess the comedy don't work all that well. But yeah, that's and that's be where I'm at. But if you want to slide, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very, very much. You guys, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I really do. I really do. I enjoy this time. It's fun. I mean, we have a good time. Uh, yeah, I get it now. It's just funny. And that's how I used to thinking. Like, man, they going through it. You be out there, and if you're a person that like to look out for somebody, like, yo, you good? You good, man? What happened? Like, I know. I agree with you with that one. And when electric goes out and that electric car ain't working. Now here's the thing. I remember when they was talking about Teslas and they were talking about um when they were talking about the Tesla and the self-driving situation, right? And they were talking about self-driving the cars being able to drive itself. Right. So in my mind, again, this is just me thinking. I'm like, why would I want a car to self-drive? And they was like, well, that way if the car drives itself. I'm like, but I'm already in the seat. I'm already got my hands on the steering wheel. I'm already. Why would I want to? What reason would I? To me, it's like some things are just. To me, it's just utterly stupid. Why would I want the car to do what I'm already doing? Then the other thing is, like I remember the first time me and my buddy was working on his car. He wanted to get his. He was putting his radio in, and he put he was like, man, I'm gonna get a radio with a remote control to it. And I'm like, why? He was like, cause it's right. I'm like, but you're right there. Like, so you gonna be in the car, the radio is within arm's reach, but you gonna go look for the remote control in the car to turn the radio station? Like, you know how lazy that becomes? Like, it's you in the car. You can touch everything with your arm just about inside the vehicle. You need a remote control. I mean, like at some point, it's like, okay, yeah, I get it. But here's the other thing about the electric car, the self-driving system. This is what I thought about. As soon as they started talking about it, I said, so what you're telling me is, let's just say you go finance that car and, you have a little bit of hard time where you get caught, you ain't making your payments. This is what I thought about. You miss a payment or two. Now they don't have to send a tow truck for your car. Elon Musk just go boop, 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 boop. The car starts up and starts driving itself right back to the bank. That's what I thought about. I'm like, they don't even need the repo man no more. They just, what car is it? All right, let's put it in. Now that car done drove itself back to the bank. They ain't got to call the tow truck, the repo man, none of that stuff. And here's what nobody's paying attention to. That means that the tow truck is going to lose business out of that. The repo man's going to lose money and business out of that. When they store in your car, they're going to lose business out of that. But guess who's not losing no money out of that? The banks ain't losing no money out of it. Because now they don't have to go repo it. They just boop, 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 and send the car. Where you want the car to go? All right, we put the code in. We put the GPS. It already knows the location. Send it right there. Once that car pulls up to the door, they already got remote control stuff. And they going to say, okay, open it up, let it over. Send the car going to park itself. And you're going to be but we so intrigued by technology that we just jump on board with it and like, oh, that's cool, that's hot, that's this and that. Yeah, I know, man. His oldest son did turn woke, and if you listen to the story that Elon Musk told, about what happened with his son, man. It's almost heartbreaking. What's up, Wesley? How you doing? God bless you. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, no, yeah, I wasn't for the electric cars, and like I said, it's everybody got their choice. Like I don't have no beef with nobody that want an electric car. That's great. That's wonderful if you want one. For me, I'm good. I like my gas cars. You know what I mean, I don't like the gas prices, but I still like my gas cars. Now they get the gas prices back to where I like them. We're good, cause my vehicle run on diesel fuel. So that's all I got to say. Yeah, I don't, honestly, I really don't. I mean, I like. Oh, you drive a stick shift. I like stick shifts are fun to drive. They are fun to drive. They are fun. If you, I know I drove sticks many a time. I used to own a few, but they are fun to drive. A musket, man. Wow. Yeah, I'm a person that I can't. Wow. Yeah, we all have. I remember when I first bought my first stick shift. Man, that was a long time ago. It was a Chevy Blazer, and I liked the way the Blazer looked, but I was like, oh, it's a stick. And my brother knew how to drive a stick shift, but I didn't. So he was like, well, if you get it, I'll teach you. I'll show you how to do it. And I learned. It didn't take me long. Actually, by the time we got back from where I bought it to my house, I was already, pretty much rolling with it. And it was like, that's all it is. And it was like, it ain't really that complicated. You just got to understand the stick shift and the gear system and, the coordination and your feet gas and all that other stuff. But once you know how to drive them, you going to have fun. And that's real. They could be fun if you learn how to drive them. But yeah, I'm all for, like I'm a gas person. I like my gas cars. I feel like, yeah, yeah. But they fun though. That's all I can say is if you learn how to drive a stick shift, it's fun. But like I said, I'm a gas. I like my gas cars. Rather I mean, most of everything I buy is automatic at this point. But like I said, my truck is a diesel, has a diesel, Cummins diesel engine in it. So gas prices for me are probably worse for most people. Yeah, it is. I mean, you know, the the coordination with that, what as far as the clutch and stuff go, you really you'll catch on quick when you're on a hill. That's all I gotta say. You, if you on an upcline, you gonna catch on quick how to operate that clutch and that stick. You like, I mean, and so after they done cut off on you about 3 or 4, 5 times. Everybody blowing that horn behind you, like, You like, I'm trying. Now you panicking because you like, all right, give me a minute. I'm trying. Yes, you're right, Doc. You're right. And my thing is this: is that if you're not willing to come to this country the right way, then you should not be here. That's it. And I mean, and I use the example of like if like let's say, Duck, I'm coming to visit you at your house, right? Now you got a doorknob. I mean, you got a lock on your door. You got a front door. You got everything in there. And I just go grab your door and walk right up in your house. And I just walk right up in your house. Now, whatever I'm met with when I do that, that's my fault. You did not invite me in. You did not give me permission to come in. That barricade, that door, is an indication that no one's welcome unless invited. That's the same way when you look at the borders that we have in the United States. That's why it's there. That's the indication that you do not come across it unless you get permission. That's it. You do it any other way, you should be met with hostility. And you should not be treated kindly because you did not respect our borders the way it should be respected. You know what? Here's the thing. I can probably tell you that I see illegals all the time. That's the way I can put it to you like this. And my thing is this: is if you've been over here for a long time as an illegal immigrant, you should at some point you need to go fix that. Because if they find you, even if you're not doing nothing wrong, they're going to enforce the law. They're going to enforce the law. Now, I'll be honest with you. I don't think no illegal should be over here. I think you should have did it the right way, and I think it's a level of disrespect if you come over here any other type of way. But if you've been over here for a while, I still think you need to go fix it. They have a process for you to fix it. If you've been here that long, you should have been fixed it. If you want to stay here, you should have fixed it. I do not think America is that harsh that they will not say, okay, you've been over here illegally. We get it. You did it the wrong way. But I'm quite sure that, let's work with you, get you through the process. So we don't want them type of people to leave if they've been working here and paying taxes and stuff. That's the ones you don't want to go. But if they get caught up in the system, guess what? They got the same way you would treat an American citizen if they break the law. You still broke the law. So you still going to have to pay some type of consequence. But if you get caught and they send you back, now it's going to be harder because now they're trying to say, we don't want you to come back. As opposed to say, you know what? Let me get in touch with immigration and try to fix this first. They're even creating a process for you to fix it. Because they're not trying to get rid of everybody. But if you caught up in that, they're going to send you back just like anybody else. Tom Homan made it clear he's not concerned about those type of people. He wants the hardcore criminals and the people that are breaking the law. Those are the ones that he wants. But if the sanctuary cities are not going to help with that, then they got to go into the local places and go look for these people. And what's going to end up happening is somebody that, might have broke the law by coming here, but they haven't committed crime here. Now they get caught up in that. So that's why these mayors in these cities should be helping so that the good people in your city and in your town don't get caught up in that. Yes, that's your first act. But my thing is this, America is a country of second chances. But if you don't go through that process, then guess what? You're going to get caught up. And at that point, it's like you need to go fix it. They're already creating a way for you to fix it. That app that Trump and them came out with, they're giving you a chance for you to identify yourself, go through the app. And I'm quite sure once they find out who you really are and how long you've been here and stuff like that, they're going to vet you real quick and just say, no, we ain't sending you back. You can stay. I guarantee that's probably what's going to happen. Now, the media not going to tell you that. And that's the way it's supposed to be. But again, they already created an act for them to what they call self-deport. But when you look at the details of it, you clearly see that they're also giving them a path to citizenship, but they just want you to do it the right way because they want to know who you are. Yeah, I don't agree with that. I think if you came over here the wrong way, you need to go back and do it the right way. But they're creating a path for you to do it right way, and then guess what? They don't want you just over here hiding and sneaking and stuff, and they don't know who you are. Now, if you do it, you got a chance to do it the right way, just do it the right way. It's right there. And that way, when you come, you don't have to be worrying about ducking and dodging and worrying about illegal immigration anymore. You can actually enjoy your freedom now. Right here in the country. Just go do it the right way. That's it. Because if you come in my house without inviting, go back out. Why? I ain't tell you to come in my house. What you in there for? Get out. And now knock on my door. And then I invite you in. You walk in my house, and even if I know you, you don't just walk in people's house. Now, really, you come in my house the wrong way, you won't probably be met with something else. But I'm just making a point. But that's my whole point. But yeah, believe me when I tell you, I see them all the time. I see people that I clearly know that they're illegal immigrants. It ain't hard to find them. First of all, a lot of them can't go to work. A lot of them, it's not hard to find illegal immigrants. It's not. So a lot of them can't work the type of way that we work. Like we go pay taxes and stuff like that. So all the immigration got to do is go to places where the illegal immigration are going to migrate because they're trying to get under the table money where they can't be tracked. Outside of Home Depot, outside of Lowe's, car washes, and what do you call those food stands. You gonna get a vast majority of them off of that alone. Like, little truck and food stands where they got their own food and selling them out of the, little trucks and stuff. You're gonna get a vast majority of them just out of that alone. And that's why I'm trying to tell you, it's not that complicated. All you got to do is go places where most people, where they're gonna migrate the most. And it's best that you go fix it. Right. Mom and pop restaurants, exactly. That's what's gonna happen. It's not that complicated. I know they don't understand that part, but it really ain't that complicated. And like mom and pop restaurants, little local stores like that, they know where to find them at. This is not a new condition for them. First of all, Tom Holman been there for a long time. This is not a new thing for him. He's a professional at it. Everything they think they're going to try to do or come up with slick stuff, they're going to think they're not new to this. How this song say they're not new to this, they true to this? They know what they're doing. They will find you. That's why he said, we'll find you. It might take us a little more time, but we'll find you. So they gave you an option to be able to self-deport and come back through the system the right way. Now, if you've been here for a while and you've been doing the right thing since you've been here, they're probably going to let you keep rolling. That's real talk. But again, I appreciate everybody hanging on this live. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to get up on out of here. But like I always tell my people, and those that are not my people, even my haters, if you're a hater, God bless you. God bless you. Houston, Texas, what's up? Houston, Texas, how you doing? God bless you. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. Now, here's the thing. Like I said, I think they need to go back and do it the right way. That was the point that I'm trying to make. I'm not saying they should stay. I'm saying respect the country enough, go back and come back and do it the right way since they're giving you an option to do that. Yeah, definitely. Listen, guys, God bless y'all. I really do. I appreciate everybody hanging in there. And like I always say, please have Jesus Christ as your Lord and your Savior. Outside of anything we talk about, there is nothing better you can do for yourself but have a relationship with God. The other thing is this, is that we all are in this together. And let's love and care about each other, one to another. Don't, try not to have hate, but we can disagree but not hate each other. You know what I mean? And let's have, let's respect each other and try to love each other. And, we can help make America great again by coming together as much as possible. And that's real talk. That's real talk. And with all of that said, make God first. And y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. Peace!